Okay, so it's upside down now, but I got the oil pump in. I took these cover screws off, completely packed the cavity with petroleum jelly, Vaseline basically. You can kind of see some squeezing out there. The Melling oil pump, it tells you it comes with two different colored O-rings. If the factory one was red, you go with the green one, which I put in there. Let's see. It comes with the red one for shipping, and then it had the green and the black. It says if the factory one was red, use the green one. Looked at the old pump, the old one was red, and the green one is a nice snug fit in there. It was a nice snug fit, so confident with that one. I'm just going and putting the new oil pickup tube in. I've got, let's see if I can get the flash on here, the timing chain on. There's the timing mark for the camshaft, and can't quite get the crankshaft one there, but anyways, those two the cam and the crankshaft marks are lined up, and I am at, there's number one cylinder, top dead center. Now, this is a solenoid. It's an oil control solenoid that helps with the timing. They say that you have to replace this. I don't know necessarily that you do, but I'm going to replace it because I'm not going to run the chance because it's under the timing cover and all that shit that you don't want to have to go back and do. So for the relatively easy price of it, it's $45, something like that. The person I'm going to do this for, I'm going to run it past them. I'm sure they're probably going to want to do it. If you take it out, you'll see it's got holes for oil passages to sling through there to advance and retard the timing. That's what this wheel is for. It's a phaser. It's a spring-loaded phaser. So I'm going to replace that, but I'm just going to leave the timing chain and the tensioner and all that stuff like that until I get that bolt out. But I've got the oil pump in, lubed up. Every cavity is packed, so for initial startup, you're not going to have a dry start. Which, when you do the initial startup, it's a good idea to disable the fuel or disable the ignition coils, so you've got it cranking but not firing. And keep an eye on your oil temp or on your oil pressure gauge, and watch. You should build up pressure really quickly. If you don't, shut it down. But with this having these cavities packed with the petroleum jelly, it makes sure that you don't have any dry cavity. The oil is going to come through this tube up to here and purge that part. So that part would be dry initially, but the inside, the internals here, that are actually pumping 3 ports behind here into the engine. There's actually a port on this side that bolts up to the engine. It goes in. It's going to fill the engine right away with some lubrication instantly. And petroleum jelly just breaks down in the oil. It's not going to chunk up or make it chunky or anything, so you don't have anything to worry about with that. So that's where I'm at now. I'm going to start installing the lifters in here. There's some keepers and some guides that go in here before you put the head on. So I'm going to get those in now, and I will have video when I do those.